personal protective equipment, pharmaceuticals, drugs, testing supplies, therapeutics, and vaccines. It's been incredible what we've been able to do in a very short period of time. We're helping other countries also because we've been doing it at a level that nobody's ever seen before. It was just announced a little while ago. Industrial production rose for the third straight month. It's a big thing. Factory output was up 3.4% this month after a 5.7 increase last month. Those are getting to be record numbers, and manufacturing capacity utilization is now up to almost 70%. So we're coming back very strong. We should have a very good third quarter. We should have an unbelievably good next year. Next year, if we don't mess it up with somebody that has no idea what they're doing, could be a fantastic year. My administration has exercised the authority under the Defense Production Act to a number and a related authorities at a 78 times, dispersing over $3.5 billion to speed the development and manufacturing of essential materials. So, put it a little bit differently, the administration's exercised the authority under the Defense Production Act and related authorities 78 times. That's a lot, Peter, right? It's a big number, 78 times. Came in very handy. A lot of times we just mentioned it and they did what we asked them to do. Dispersing over $3.5 billion to speed the development and manufacturing of essential materials. I've used the DPA more comprehensively than any president in history. There was a time when the media would say, why aren't you using it? Why aren't you using it? Well, we have used it a lot. Where necessary, only where necessary. For the most part, we've had tremendous cooperation. By invoking the DPA, we mobilized the extraordinary productive might of General Motors to manufacture ventilators. GM repurposed the Kokomo, Indiana plant in just 17 days, an all-time record, and has now produced over 21,000 ventilators. We're also working with Ford Motor Company and General Electric to produce over 30,000 ventilators a month in Michigan. They've done a great job. Our nation is now the king of ventilators. I say that, the king of ventilators. We're sending them all over the world and helping a lot of countries that could never have ventilators. And it's really, I guess we're looking to produce over 200,000 ventilators by the end of the year. Those are some numbers. So we're helping a lot of countries. In April, I directed 3M to increase its manufacturing of N95 masks. By May, they had increased production by over 1 million masks a day. Think of that. They increased production of masks by over 1 million a day. 3M is now manufacturing an additional 39 million masks a month. We also worked with Honeywell to open factories in Arizona and Rhode Island. They're now producing over 20 million masks a month. By the end of the year, domestic U.S. manufacturing will have produced over 1 billion N95 respirators. And all of them are made right here in the USA. That's a big difference from the past. Overall, we've increased N95 mask production by 400 million masks a year. Now, the media might say, why not 500? Why not 600? Nobody's seen numbers like this ever. We delivered more than $75 million in support to Puritan Medical in Maine. I was up there. As you remember, we had a tremendous visit and tremendous throngs of people along the roads on the way to Puritan Medical. Puritans doubled their production of testing swabs from 20 million to 40 million per month. They're doing a fantastic job. And so is Maine. I've also used the DPA to fight price gouging and hoarding. My administration located and seized over 500,000 pieces of hoarded personal protective equipment, including 299,000 pairs of medical grade gloves, 192,000 N95 respirators, and 130,000 surgical masks. That's hoarding. My administration's decisive actions have yielded truly incredible results. People have done an incredible job. We've replenished the strategic national stockpile that was very badly depleted when we took office and totally neglected in the last administration. Since the start of the pandemic, we have tripled the number of N95 masks on hand to over 40 million, tripled the number of gowns to over 15 million, and quadrupled the number of ventilators to 69,000. By September, the strategic national stockpile inventory is on track to contain